Ay, ay, ay.
Alicia, get off my back. Alicia, Alicia.
You know, I was considering going to this particular place when I was in Rio. There are some other gentlemen that have been to Rio that go to this place, right? It's a popular place in Rio, right? Actually, a woman put me on to it. A woman was like, "Hey, you want to go to this place?" And I started looking. I'm like, one, I don't, I don't go to clubs with women unless we're dating. And two, just really wasn't, you know, when I'm going out to a place, I'm trying to bag something. I'm trying to get a number. I'm trying to do something. And I just wasn't really attracted to any of these women, right? And I want to say something in this video that I think you should know. All right, so let's just go through this, right? Let's just go through this, right? This is Rio. This is a popular club in Rio, and as I've said, it's a few guys that have been to Rio that have been to this particular club, right? And this is going to give you a pretty good uh, blueprint of what they're looking like in Rio. It's going to give you a pretty good blueprint. A pretty good blueprint, right? Trash. Pretty good blueprint of what they're looking like in Rio. And I hate to do it to these people, but it has to be done. I'm sorry. Pause. Trash. 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 Heavy on the makeup. Wow. Trash. 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 Listen. Trash. Listen to me. Listen to me, guys. Guys. Listen. Everyone has a preference, right? Someone may see this woman and think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Somebody might see this woman and think she's a 10, right? With a, you know, man built body, right? Somebody might see her and think she's a dime, right? Someone might see her or him, whatever that was. Somebody might see this and think this is a dime. Someone might see that and think this is a 10, right? Judgment free zone. But I don't. Uh, pause. I feel like respectfully, of course. Brazil's the most overrated passport road destination, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I feel it's the most overrated passport boat destination. I do not feel that you should get on that long flight, right, to go to Rio to see something like that. I do not feel you should get on that long flight to go to Rio, right, to see something like this. If someone said, "Hey, Chris keeps flat," if someone said, "Hey, Chris keeps ugly," if someone said, "Hey, Chris keeps flying," would you get on a 11, 12-hour flight, right, to see something like this? My first words out of my mouth are going to be definitely not. No chance, 0%, right? And I skipped her. People, oh, you skipped her? Yeah, I skipped her, right? She's all right, right? She's all right. She's not, I'm not gonna call her ugly. She's all right, but she's skinny. She looks look like she in high school, right? I can be picky, right? Listen, like I said at the beginning of the video, you know, people like what they like, right? People like what they like, but she's not ugly. I'm not into the pimples, because I don't have no pimples. You know what I'm saying? So I can't have a woman that got pimples all over her face, but she's cute, right? She's cute. Not my type. She's skinny, right? Not my type, but she's cute. Most she, I'm not really into the Mary J. Blige finger waves. She's skinny, right? Listen, I'm going through this with intentions, right? I'm going through this with intentions to tell you that Rio is overrated. Brazil is overrated. And this is no disrespect to the guys that go there or live there or travel there all the time, but even if you go to their videos, if you go to their videos, you're not going to find a 10 or 9 or 8, right? Her backside might be a 10 or 9 or 8, but the face and everything else is that, I seen a gentleman with one that I was feeling, that I found attractive. One or two, but when you got, you know, 20 women on a boat, right? If I'm bringing 20 women out on a boat, I'm not bringing, you know, fives and sixes. I'm just not bringing women and say I brought a woman. But Rio is. Someone may say she's a dime. Someone may say she's the best thing since sliced bread. Someone may say they date her and marry her. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm telling you this right now, right? And I don't usually say this, right? And I do apologize if I offend someone respectfully. She's cute. Disrespectfully, of course. Like I said, the Mary J. Blige finger waves, I'm not feeling. And she's skinny. Right? Respectfully and disrespectfully, of course, right? Brazil ain't it, man. Brazil ain't it. Like literally every country in South America and the Caribbean got Brazil beat. Right. I'm talking about Rio specifically. I know I was reading a comment somewhere and someone says, "Hey, I think it was last week." A guy was like, "It's Rio. Rio don't have the baddest ones. It's more beautiful women in other places in Brazil," and that may be true. I haven't been other places in Brazil, maybe yet, right? But I kind of agree with it. I like the comment. He said Rio don't have the baddest of the baddest, right? Rio is the bottom of the barrel when it comes to attractive women. Let's look at these women now. Let's look at these women, man. Like I said, it's guys on YouTube that have been to these places, and I'm not really. I was going to go one night, right? I was going to go, and then I started seeing pictures and stuff and videos, and I changed my mind. You know, I'm like, I'm like, I'm not going down there for this, right? I'm not getting dressed for this, right? I'm not putting on my $150 cologne for this, right? I'm just not doing it. Trash. I'm not doing it, right? I'm not doing it. I'm not. Listen, I don't mind going out, right? And even me on my not drinking journey, right? I don't mind going out, but when I go out, right, there's an expectation. My expectation isn't to go out and come back home with the same number of phone numbers in my phone that I left with. My expectation is to bag something up. That's my expectation. Trash, 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 trash. That's my expectation. My expectation, like a freshman cafeteria at a HBCU. My expectation is to bag something up, right? And in order for me to think I'm going to bag something up or have the desire to bag something up, I gotta see stuff there that I'm like. And she's cute. Like I like her. She's cute. I love that natural curly hair. She's very attractive, right? She's very attractive. And honestly, guys, this might be the baddest one I've seen. Listen, everyone has a type. I don't got no type. Bad is the only thing that I like. The one on the left, probably the baddest one that I've seen. And even still, I know Brazilians love their the legs, man. I know they love their tan lines, which I don't see here, but I see there. But she's, I gotta see this though. She gotta turn around and do 180, but she's attractive. Like she look like she got some meat on her bones, right? She's attractive, right? Like we could have a cute baby. You know what I'm saying? So out of the past 10 minutes of me talking, I found one woman that I was attracted to, and that's a maybe because the backside could be like this, the backside could be like this. So you know what I'm saying? This is a 50-50. I'm just telling you, right? I'm just telling you guys, if you're thinking about going to Rio specifically, right? If you're thinking about going to Rio, don't even go. Don't waste your time. If you are thinking about going to Rio, just don't even waste your time. Because this is what you're going to see, right? And I got a Tinder from Rio. I might post one day, but it's not even worth it. Oh man, she looked a little thick. She looked the backside could still be. She's I like her smile. Let me see what she looks like without smiling. I mean, she's alright. She got potential. She got potential. Yeah, she got potential. I don't like the kneecap. I don't know if she works out or not. She got potential, but she got some potential. I gotta see the 180, do a 360. I'm just telling you, if you were looking on YouTube for a reason to go to Rio, trash. If you were looking on YouTube for a reason to go to Rio, hopefully I gave you reasons not to go to Rio. I'm going to repeat that again. Trash. If you were looking on YouTube for a reason to go to Rio, what is she wearing? What's up with those shoes? Anyway, if you were looking for a reason to go to Rio on YouTube, hopefully I gave you enough reasons not to want to go to Rio. I don't even know. And I'm getting off topic, man. But like me and African Queen, we did it. Me and my ex-wife, we did it. Like when we went to clubs, like people dressed up. Like people, this is something you. I mean, no disrespect. I'm not here to talk about it, but this is something like where I'm from. Like the type of woman that I date. Like I'm just being honest, right? And I got pictures and videos of me and African Queen, me and my ex-wife. They got heels. They got a dress on. When we step out, like we stepping out. Like African Queen when the word is to go out. Like my ex-wife when the word is to go out. Right. I'm just Alicia was a bum. She wear anything. Right. I don't know if she put that juju on me, so I was stuck with her for a little while longer than I should have been. But like when the type of woman that I date, right, the type of woman that I date would never wear this going out, right? And this is what kind of separates some countries from a lot of countries, like women in Africa, women in Ghana, women in South Africa, women in shoot, a lot of Africa. When a lot of these women are going out, right, they're disappointing. Listen, I don't know what's up with those white shoes. This is trash, 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 trash. Listen, I'm probably gonna go to Sao Paulo. I don't know. Maybe 2027. Because next year I want to spend more time in Africa. It's just I'm kind of at this point in my life. I want to start going places where the potential of me finding someone I actually want to be with is a little greater, right? Let's be honest. But I also be torn between going to places where I find someone I'm attracted to and going somewhere to save money. So it kind of be, it just depends on my mood when I'm looking at, my next destination. But listen, this, 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 these videos are showing you that Rio ain't it, right? I might go to Sao Paulo, 2027, but I just doubt I want to be there in 2026. I just doubt it. Trash, trash, trash. Listen, I don't really know what to say. Like these videos have me speechless, right? On that trash. On that same token, right? Have I seen women that look better than most women that we've seen on this Instagram? 99%. Yeah, I've seen one or two. I've seen a few. I've seen a few for sure. In real life, I've seen some women that I was like, okay, wow, all right. But the majority of women that you're going to come in contact with in Brazil are going to look like what we're looking at right here, right? If you go to my Rio videos, my Copacabana, Ipanema videos, right? My beach videos, right? I literally walk from one side of the beach to the other, so you could see that how overrated Brazil really is. You could see that there really wasn't any people that make women that make you be like, oh man, wow. It really wasn't any women that gave you that wow effect. You seen it in the videos. I po- I'm not the club, but I went to two beaches. I went to Copacabana, I went to Ipanema, and you can see in the videos that these women aren't really, you know. I'm going to a club. I know people say, "Oh, you went to a club. What if she don't go to a club?" All of them go to the beach. I went to two beaches. Right, I gotta go to every beach in Brazil. I'm just saying, man, it's not it, man. If you're thinking about going to Rio, hopefully I've persuaded you to look elsewhere. Now she's cute, like she's cute. She look thin. She look thin, but she's cute, right? She look thin, but she's cute, right? Hopefully, if I persuaded you to look elsewhere, man, because Rio ain't it, guys. Rio ain't it. And as I've said, and as I'll continue to say, when I'm going, when I'm traveling, right, when I'm looking at potential soulmates, I'm looking for people that I probably couldn't bag in the states, not necessarily because of how they look, but because of their culture, right? I'm probably not running into that many Brazilians in the States. I'm probably not running into that many Ghanaians in the States. I'm probably not running into that many people from Kenya in the States, right? I'm probably not running into that many people from Tanzania or Rwanda in the States, right? So from a historic background, right, it's easy to travel to these places, to go places to where you could potentially find your partner. But I will for sure never be back in Rio, right? Will I go back to Brazil? Maybe, but I will for sure never be back in Rio. For sure, never, never, never be back in Rio. And let's talk about one last topic, man. There's a lot of it's everywhere, right? I'm not saying it's just specific to Rio, right, or Brazil, but there's a lot of pay for play. There's a lot of pay for play, right? There's a lot of pay for play. Just be aware uh, when you're going out, you know, it's a lot of women that's working, right? It's a lot of women that's working. Let's check this out. Let's see what we got. Oh my, that's trash. That's trash. I'm consistently, I'm constantly being disappointed. That's a man or woman. There's a lot of pay for it. Let's talk about two things. One, there's a lot of pay for play. And two, unfortunately, sometimes you don't know if you're talking to a man or a woman. I'm being honest with you. Sometimes you got a question like this. I don't know if someone said, "Hey, Chris, here's $5,000. Tell me if that's a man or a woman." I'm probably gonna lose that $5,000 because I really don't know. Right? Rio is like Thailand. Respectfully, of course. You really don't know if you're talking to me and a woman because you got to do a lot of assumptions, right? And I don't like going places where I gotta assume. I don't like going places where I gotta assume it's a woman. I don't like going places where I gotta assume it's a man. I don't know. I think about it. I second guess it, right? And that's Brazil, man. I'm not against that community, right? To each their own, right? You like what you like, but I don't like being places where I gotta I gotta assume you a woman. Right. I don't like being in places where I gotta ask. Right. I've never had to ask no one in America. Like I don't like being in places where I gotta ask. Were you born a woman? Right. You gotta ask these questions. And Rio is just that, man. It's just that. So just be aware of the paper play scene, and be aware that there's a lot of men that look just like this right here. It's a lot of men that look just like this right now. Listen, right now, I don't know if that's a man or woman. I'm gonna be honest. You make a tell. I don't know. I don't know if that's a man or woman. I don't know. Sometimes you don't know. So just be aware, man. If you think about going to Rio, man, I don't. If what I've shown you like, go ahead and enjoy yourself. The world is yours. But if you're a man that likes the kind of woman that I like, you might want to reconsider.